Call the meeting to order. Tracy will not be joining us. They have a hearing next door concerning,
Well, so you know yet if there are any additional transfers?
we're getting there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Approval of the minutes of June 6th.
I didn't see anything.
They should have,
I
should
saw
have
them come
gotten
around
the end
via
of
email.
the week.
Yep.
Yeah,
June 6th, probably I forwarded
yeah.
them shortly thereafter.
yeah.
I went through them just recently. There are a couple of corrections, I believe.
Really?
And you got, well, there was one comment on the beach erosion Tracy was talking about, and it says, Ms. Blaze explained that Dartmouth Way and Harvard Way are both experiencing erosion. It's rights of way, isn't it, that are experiencing it?
Yeah,
Oh,
is the
I
rights of
think
So
way.
it's the
You know
rights
what?
of way,
I think you're right.
because I actually
Correct.
driven by there a couple of times.
But they closed both roads.
No,
The rights.
no,
rights
the
of way to
rights
the
of
beach.
way
Oh,
to
the
the
rights of
beach.
way.
If you
Oh,
go
okay,
down,
okay, I
you know,
got you.
between because the erosion created drop off, so they blocked them off. It was just
So,
dangerous.
You know what, you're right.
beach erosion, basically.
Yeah, oh yeah, yes, right. And then, in Larry's report, under A, portion that stated the capital cost response is located, not who owns it. Okay, that's correct, that is all right. But the comment, so eventually each town will own its own elementary school, we're not sure, that's sort
Yeah,
of
but
in
we know
question.
that they're,
That's,
Yeah.
Raleigh doesn't want to, I mean, Raleigh owns it, but
Yeah.
Salisbury doesn't want to,
but at least they're going to,
they have to.
yeah, they're gonna have to absorb the cost, whether or not they're
All the
owning it.
capital
Yeah.
costs, because
Yeah.
that's in the regional agreement, which is actually a plus, so, for us.
Okay, so just strike that eventually each town will own.
Yeah, that's, eventually each town will own its own elementary school. We don't know that,
Okay, so I'll
so,
strike that.
yeah, strike that. And then under the CPC rep needed, let's see. It's not Mr. Remley, who was not renewed.
Oh, I couldn't, yeah.
Yeah, I know we talked about
Yeah,
that.
who-
So Larry was not,
Yeah,
and Mr. Jefferson actually simply being was
Okay.
reappointed, that's all that has to
Got
say
it.
there. So that'll correct that, and I
It's a good
think,
thing you remember these things.
and then, I guess that's it. So, with those changes, is there a motion to?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes with the corrections as discussed.
I'll second.
Second, any discussion other than,
No?
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Let's vote. Tracy will not be with us. She did send me an email saying there's nothing actually new to report, because I had asked her about whether we needed an executive session at all to discuss anything
Oh, yeah.
related to the litigation, and she said there's no progress at this point, so there
Excellent.
would be no need to do that. So we move right on to end of year transfers, and Eileen is here to provide us with that information.
Oh my God, look at all of those.
I'm not sure how you guys usually do these.
Okay.
These two have been presented to the selectmen, they have approved them.
Okay.
This is,
If you give them to me, I'll read them, and then
okay.
we'll vote.
I'm gonna say this last one because
Okay.
it's out of the ordinary.
Okay, all
It's a
right,
doozy, huh?
okay. And these are all from one line item to another?
They're all coming out of the Essex Regional Retirement
Okay,
Assessment.
that's what
Because
I
there's
thought.
plenty,
There's-
there's
there's
plenty of money
money
sitting
in
there,
there.
yep,
Okay.
yep.
Alright, so we know that, but we have to vote on each one. Request is hereby made for the following transfer between the departmental appropriations in accordance with chapter 44, section 33B of the Massachusetts General Laws. Amount requested $5,000 to be transferred from Essex Regional Retirement Assessment, which appropriation has a present balance of $13,217, to be transferred to inspectional service expenses, which appropriation has a present balance of $5,450, end of year transfer. And And it's for salaries and wages to the inspection department expenses. The amount transfer is
No,
$5,000.
Is it salary and wages or just expenditures?
It says. Oh, I'm sorry. $5,000 to the inspection department expense line. His initial request, though, was from his own salary and wages.
Yeah, I don't think he had, I
He
think they were
didn't have it.
questioning whether they may
So,
not have enough, so we
okay.
figured we had it
That
there.
was his request, but.
Yeah, I think that's why she did it that way,
Okay.
there was no worry about having to come
Okay,
back and,
that's- So it's expenses for
Yeah.
inspection.
Yep.
Is there a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second?
A second.
Second. Any questions?
Why is there so much extra money in the Essex Regional Retirement account?
Because we pay it early, Frank, and we get a discount.
Oh, that's right,
remember?
the discount.
Yeah, that's the
Okay, I
discount.
got it.
It's sort of, it's a good thing to have, actually, you know, it helps.
Well, especially at this
Yeah.
time of the
yeah,
year.
exactly.
Yeah,
And you do
yeah.
have to budget the assessments.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so there's 4 here. 4 aye, 0 nay, 0 abstaining. And it's,
Yeah, make sure you get that count right.
Okay, there's that one.
Okay.
The next one is a request, I'm not gonna read all the legal stuff. $1,072, again from Essex Regional Retirement Assessment. That, which appropriation is still 13,217, cause that hasn't been deducted. And it's it's going to town clerk salary and wages, $1,072. And I believe that's for that person that started, right?
It's a combination because of some of the extra things that have to be done, extra hours, whatever,
Okay.
coverage, meetings. So it's hard to pinpoint.
Yeah,
I think we do her salary like to the penny, so,
okay.
yeah.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 4, 0.
At least the numbers will be the same.
You never know, somebody might have to abstain.
Oh,
It's
God,
gonna
yeah,
be
you know,
short meeting.
that's-
I'm
that's
working on
true.
a record.
Good.
A request for $4,000 to be transferred from ambulance salary and wages to ambulance expenses.
Correct.
Okay. And this is, I think.
More
because-
expenses than calls.
Yeah, and this is within the, what do you call it, what do we call it?
The enterprise fund.
Enterprise
Yep,
fund.
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
So it's just
Okay,
moving.
so it's just within
right,
their,
yep, yep,
it's moving from one account to another.
exactly,
basically.
yep.
Okay, $4,000 is the request, is there a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second,
Second,
any
they're
discussion?
gonna think of collusion between you and me.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Just vote. 4, 4. One time I took these home with me.
You did? Oh my God. Eileen won't let that happen.
Right, gotta get the selectmen to sign this one, there you go. Got
Okay.
those to pay.
The next one is $500 from Essex Regional Retirement to IT, Program Services Salary and Wages, and it's an amount of $500. It's just to make sure they don't run out of money.
Well, actually, she didn't realize she had a budget. Her longevity was not included in the
Okay.
budget, so
Oh,
that was $500, so that's why we ended up short.
Okay. Motion,
I'll make a motion.
second. Discussion?
It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? There's a vote. 4, 0,
People are gonna look at this and go,
Okay,
Alright.
and you have one more.
I do have one.
That requires some explanation, I
Okay,
guess.
and this is probably like the first and hopefully the last time we'll ever see anything this. It's a request for a revolving fund appropriation increase for the, okay, and basically under Mass General Law, Chapter 4453E and a half, you are allowed to with vote of the selectmen and the FinCom, to increase the appropriation line item for the budgeted. And basically, I just kind of outlined what the fund balance is, what we have appropriated for next year, and then there's an excess in the fund balance, so we do have enough money to fund this. And then the reason attached to the memo I gave Tracy is the reason why.
Who's it going to?
Which one? Was this
which
one revolving?
So this is the Waterways revolving account.
Okay.
Waterways,
Oh, Harbor
okay.
Master.
And they, for Harbor Master, and they actually, they purchased a software to instead of manually track their permits and now
Oh,
people can pay online and
What a
stuff.
good idea.
So they weren't anticipating that, it kinda set them back a little bit. So there, just a couple other little items here and there, so in order to, unexpected basically.
Because
You know,
they cannot expend over what we approved it
Town meeting.
So, right,
a
unless
year
unless-
ago, unless we do this.
Exactly,
Okay.
and like I said, under Mass General Law, and that's why I said that there is money there, we fully, with money that's there now, we can fully cover
We're
the.
simply allowing them to spend $2,500 more of the resources that they already have.
Correct, that's exactly, yeah. Mhm.
But for them to have a software like that makes so much more sense. I mean, it's so much easier to keep track of things.
And people can go online and.
And they don't have to go, oh, what time are they there till on this night or that night? And
That's kind of one of those,
then, you know, you're not paying somebody to be there at a certain time
Is
for,
there a motion?
I'll make motion.
Second?
Second.
All right. Made and seconded? Any discussion? All in favor?
Seems reasonable.
Opposed?
Aye.
Let's vote. Four.
I have a sidebar question. Have we resolved that whole issue of the potential lawsuit?
No.
We
No,
don't
I,
know.
no.
Tracy, there's no.
No, in fact, I mentioned that earlier. Tracy and her, I asked whether or not we would need an executive session for that purpose, and she said, no, it's still in process. So nothing has been resolved there at this point. All right. Do we have anybody who,
No.
I did, Frank, I did send you an email about
I
this.
saw it, and
don't know.
I've been really busy this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
My
Well-
brother-in-law was up, and he's doing
Yeah.
a book tour, and
Oh,
we
okay.
had a gathering
Yeah.
for him,
Yeah.
and he waxed eloquent for it, and it's a great book.
How come you didn't invite me?
And then
Or
I
us.
had to go late this morning. I haven't
Yeah.
really had a
Okay.
whole lot of time to think about it.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
how many meetings are there?
There aren't many, but Marshall's not here to fill us in, but they've cut way back on their meetings. I think they have 2 or 3 around for budget purposes, and then one maybe before town meeting. They're usually in the morning, but that could change.
Yeah,
And you can talk to Marshall,
that concerns
and
me.
I don't think they're gonna meet this summer,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
they do
we can-
meet.
If we can get a sense of when the
Yeah.
meetings are, I just need to figure out
Okay.
because I
Were you
can, I might be
able
able,
to
I
do-
might be able to do this, it's just we're getting used to the different school schedules.
Oh,
Really?
okay,
How shocking.
all right.
Yeah, because now I've got kids in
So-
different schools.
Why?
Well, Cole goes to he's gonna go to the middle school in the fall. And Annie's at the elementary, so it's the different buses, different
Oh, my
times,
God.
so,
Oh, your children are getting older.
yeah,
That's
so
not
he's
good.
doing, he's doing
That's great.
the
That's
track
great.
program over there right now.
That's great.
But it's more just figuring out what time I need to be around in the
Yeah.
morning,
So we have 2 things.
No, that's great.
yeah.
Anything else?
I saw the next meeting, September 1 is
Yes.
Friday night.
Oh,
I think we need September 5th.
well, I was thinking of a Friday night meeting before the weekend.
Because before the Friday,
Oh my
before the long
God.
weekend makes sense.
Oh,
so
yeah, you're right.
Tuesday, September 5th, I think is the right
Yeah,
day.
yeah, the 5th,
Okay.
because the 4th is
That
Labor
sounds
Day. Good thing you looked at
sounds
that.
I just happened to be, I was talking to somebody about scheduling
Oh my
vacations
God,
and
that's
stuff.
like wicked
And I
fun.
know that that's like the day I'm coming back, I'm leaving on the 25th. And not back till
The
the,
one thing we're gonna have to be aware of is the special town, if there is gonna be one.
I do
assume
believe we are gonna have
there
one.
will be one,
When will that be though?
in October.
October.
I wanna say
Usually
October.
towards the end of October.
I think it's October 25th.
But
yeah, that's usually.
We're going to have to think about the document that we said we would put together to send out prior to that meeting, so that's gonna
Right.
take us some time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna need the information if it's gonna get out, because it takes how long to get it together?
It takes like a week or more to get it together,
Yeah.
depending on
Right.
who's gonna be
You.
printing at this time.
You're gonna be doing it, honey.
not Staples.
We appropriated in our budget more money. So, but it really depends on how many articles there are, you know, with the warrant.
It is.
Oh, it's usually fairly small, 6 or
Yeah.
7,
Usually,
it's not very
yes.
big,
Yeah.
yeah.
But if sometimes
Famous
the
last words.
October issues
I
are,
think you just
require
jinxed
more
us.
explanation,
Yeah,
I'm guessing, I
But
think they were talking fire apparatus, perhaps,
Maybe.
yeah.
it'll be a good test of our ability to put it together and get it out to people so that they can read it ahead of time, so we don't have to spend so much time.
Actually, they got it last time for the annual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's- But I think if you get, I don't know how much time, when did,
I think it only went out like a week before.
It
the
wasn't
town
even a week.
it wasn't even a week.
Yeah.
I think we got it on
It's
the
too-
Friday or Saturday
Yeah, it
before
was
the
too,
meeting
it
on
was
Tuesday.
too, it was too close, it should
Right.
go
But if
out.
we can get out a week,
before
at least
that.
a good week would be good.
I think too that it was hard because we were right down to the wire on the
Oh, yeah.
warrant. The night before was
Yeah.
the night that
Wasn't even
the board of
passed.
selectmen, like
Yeah,
we had approved things before they were even,
yeah,
Approved.
before they were gonna be on there, we had like
Yeah.
proactively done that, but
Yeah.
there was no way to, so
Yeah.
Tracy will know that schedule and make sure that we hold the meetings appropriately.
so we gotta
Yeah.
keep that in mind
Yeah.
for September. So we may have to have
One later in the month.
one later in the month, I don't know, it depends on how stuff comes together from
Yeah.
you guys.
I don't really have a sense right now at all.
Really? I'm shocked.
Is there a date yet for the fall town meeting?
It'll be probably the 3rd or 4th Tuesday.
It's, the 25th is sticking in my mind, but I might be
That's a
wrong.
Wednesday,
That's
and
a
it's
Wednesday, maybe
usually
it's
a
not.
Tuesday, right?
Of October or September?
October.
October. I have the date someplace.
Um,
It has been.
October
October 24th is a
24th looks
Tuesday.
like a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's
I
probably.
think-
Or the
It's,
31st, and I don't think the 31st would be a good day to have
No,
it.
I'm thinking it is, I think it's the 24th.
Yeah,
STM 1024, you think?
possibly.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, that would give us like 7 weeks from our meeting.
Well,
Sort of.
but we, on our
Sort
September
of.
meeting, we will not have the information.
No, no,
So that's,
no, but,
so we'll have
so if
to-
we have to meet, we have to meet.
Yeah.
You know, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
Gotta do what's best for the
Okay.
town.
All right. Anything else anybody has in mind? No August meeting? Is that
Okay.
okay with everybody?
Excellent.
Fine with me. I live so far from here.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
This is-
Oh, a second, all in favor?
Just say one of our.
Oh, no.